In this video, I'm going to talk about the dinghy I purchased for my Meridian 341 Sport Bridge. There's been a lot of talk about Meridian 341s being too heavy in the aft. However, I want to talk about my experiences with the West Marine HP 275 inflatable dinghy and what I did to at least temporarily secure it, and my experience as far as performance and securing the dinghy on the stern of the 341. I do a full review on the setup of this HP 275 in another video. I'll leave that link below. I chose the HP 275 primarily for the length, which was about 9 feet overall, which fit on the transom of the 341 quite nicely. And it's light enough where you could move it around relatively easily without a davit. Another nice feature was that you could deflate it and roll it up into a nice package that fits in the lazarette. I had not yet installed a davit system for the dinghy, so as a temporary solution, I used hand lines and the D-rings provided on the dinghy and attached it to the cockpit rail. This solution was secure enough for a 100-mile trip, and if you were a little unsure of this setup, you could always add additional lines off of the stern cleats. What was nice with this dinghy is that it afforded enough room to still get through the transom door to the swim platform. And when at the dock, you could easily shift the dinghy over to the port side to give you even more room. In this shot, I added a few extra lines from the stern cleats just to secure it a little more, as we had predicted a hurricane to come in. I shifted the dinghy a little bit over to the port side to give me more room at the dock, getting on and off through the transom door. Lowering the dinghy for use proved very easy using the hand lines and the securing lines that were put through the loops. I always secure the dinghy using the stern cleat going to the D-ring on the dinghy, so it's easily secured if it happened to float away or, worst case, fall off the back of the boat underway. While we're on that topic, at slow speeds, you could easily tow the dinghy using the included D-rings. Make sure you arrange a harness system that evenly distributes the towing force across the 3 D-rings. The most difficult part is getting the dinghy motor out of the lazarette. My motor is a 6 horsepower, 4-stroke Mercury, and it weighs about 70 to 80 pounds. It took a while to get a system going that made it easy enough for me to get it out and onto the boat, but I'm constantly in fear of dropping it in the water. I suggest having some type of safety line attached to the motor as you're transferring it from the transom onto the back of the dinghy. Here's the tough part I'm always nervous about. Make sure your dinghy is securely tied off to your transom, and don't lean over too far, or you, the motor, and the dinghy could go right over. The dinghy performed pretty well with just me in it. It was easily getting up on plane. However, with 2 people, it was struggling a little bit with that little 6 horsepower. In the future, I'll be investing in a Weaver davit system, but for the meantime, I'll enjoy it just the way it is.